So now we had 4 days of the DNC here. Did it work? I think she will get a bump out of it, largely on the strength of Wednesday night. I think Monday and Tuesday, there were some good moments. Al Franken was funny, and they didn't hit Trump enough, but they made the point about, hey, we're not just running on fear, we got hope and optimism. Fine, good. Wednesday was really flat, with the exception of Reverend William Barber, who was fantastic. His line, we must shock this nation with the power of love. We must shock this nation with the power of mercy. It was wonderful. It was beautiful. Yeah. Granholm did a great job tonight. Hillary Clinton's speech, we had a long discussion about, we all thought it was relatively flat, and we kind of know who Hillary Clinton is, and that's the speech that she gave us. So, but on Wednesday, they hit Trump, and they hit him hard, and they gave us a good vision of what the Democrats can do, and a pretty bad vision of what the Republicans actually are, especially under Trump. So at the end of the day, with a lot of star power and good ratings for these nights, I think it's a 7 out of 10. I'm not worried about the dissension and the Bernie Sanders supporters' lack of unity. I don't think that matters at all.
I think it matters.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it matters if those guys don't vote. But I don't think it matters as a matter of optics, which is what they're obsessed with here. Like, what if they see that we're not perfectly united?
Most of the media never refused to show any of it, so most people around the country have no idea that that was even going on.
Sadly, you can still hear no war chants. Sadly.
That is sad.
That's what Brian Williams said in the middle of Hillary Clinton's. So look, I don't love the disrupting of the speeches. I feel mixed feelings about it. But I love that they have the signs, and they came here, and a lot of the delegates told us, we paid $3,000 to travel here and to stay here. Can't we just put up a sign? Some of them were denied the ability to enter. Bernie Sanders super volunteers, sometimes the delegates, et cetera. Don't do that. Don't do that. Be more inviting. That was a problem here. So getting the Sanders supporters to actually support you is important.
Yes.
I don't think they helped too much in the way that they handled it here. But overall, I think that people are going to look at this and go, that's not such a bad vision of America, what the Democrats presented here. And yeah, maybe we did get a little hoodwinked into that fear thing we saw last week. So I don't know that the bump lasts, but I think Trump was kind of picked up about 7-8 points, is now leading by 4. Probably at the end of this, it'll even out, and we've got a race that is totally and utterly even right now. That's my analysis.
Unbelievable.
Where are
Because
we
remember,
as a
the
country?
Republican convention was dark and it was brooding, but it was also extremely boring. I think maybe people liked the torture porn and the violence porn on the first day, but other than that, it was very boring. So I think in terms of what happened on the stage, I think they largely did the things that I wanted them to do. They mocked Trump. They also made clear that the stakes are too high to allow him to be president. And they showed
The Trump stakes are too high.
The Trump stakes are too high. They're like $50 each. That's ridiculous.
That's why he went bankrupt.
And they showed that they have a suite of different ads already ready to go to attack him. That's what they need to do. They need to take him down. They need to show that she can be presidential or whatever, and she can be humanized. I don't care too much about that, but I think other people might. And so that's largely what I wanted. But I do think off the stage, although most people around the country won't have seen it much, there were a number of instances every single day where I get why, if you're trying to run this convention, you would be frustrated by the cheers and the signs and the walkouts and all of that. I totally get that. But the way that they handled it in a number of instances was needlessly provocative. It was instigating conflict that didn't need to be there, taking signs that are perfectly fine to hold up, not letting people who, as you said, have paid to sit down on the floor.
Not allowing someone who might dissent from speaking at the convention.
Exactly. They didn't need to do that
stuff. In the case of Nina Turner.
Yes.
No, that doesn't mean that all of these protests were perfectly awesome and all should have been done. Like Bernie Sanders' campaign specifically asked, don't try to interrupt Hillary Clinton's speech. She did the same thing for me in case she had rowdy supporters. So I don't think that was too much to ask, and I think that you undercut yourself a little bit when you do things like that. But overall, I think that the DNC made a lot of mistakes over the course of the past week. But on the stage, I think they accomplished most of their major goals.
Yes. Okay. So now, before we leave you, I've got to thank these guys, the crew here that were just fantastic.
Can we bring them back to LA?
Yeah, for
I
real.
know, right?
You guys are awesome.
So, look, and I want to thank you guys. I want to thank a bunch of people here. As always, I want to thank the members. Couldn't do any of it without you. We got 22 people here, and we couldn't have afforded that if you weren't members. And the more you join us, the stronger we get as independent media, and a lot of respect here that we're getting now because of you guys. And I thank every member that I saw here. So tytnetwork.com/join to become a member, tytnetwork.com/join. Kevin was with us at the RNC and the DNC. Thank you, brother. We've been through a lot of wars. We've had hateful interruptions. We've had lovely interruptions,
Yes.
right? We had near hurricane here, and all the guys, Matt, Brian, Steve, Dick, who you guys can't see here, but who, when I asked, "Are you guys okay with staying in the middle of what appeared to be a hurricane and this whole tent with metal on top of a swing?" all said yes. I can't thank you enough for that, man. I really thank you for being there and making sure that everybody got to see it. And by the way, they were with Pixel Corp's crew and Google and YouTube that allowed us to use this stage and provided all this. Just wonderful. And real quick, our guys, the TYT crew, John, Anna, Ben, Jimmy, Michael, Jordan, and then Irina, who produces the show, JR, who is our senior producer, Mike Shekels, Aaron Wysocki, Chris from Pittsburgh, Tamara, Stephanie, Pete Axman, Taylor, Johnny, Mary, Eric, Cassie, Bert, who are at RNC, Praveen, Jack, and back in the LA studio, Tim Frisch, Jen Roofer, Julie, Tim Collins, Carlos, Arthur, Ollie. All of you guys rock.
It takes a village.
It's almost like we're stronger together. And you know what? And at TYT, we're not just stronger together, we're too strong.
Too strong together.
Okay.
We should go our separate ways.
All right, guys. Thank you all for the whole week, for the 2 weeks. We got a show tomorrow for you out of LA on Friday, and we'll have a lot more analysis as we go forward. And we got the whole campaign now. Who's going to win? I don't know. That's the crazy thing. All right. Thank you for watching. And one last time, bye-bye.